So we've got a saying in our company where we say, we want to make the fourth industrial revolution more human. Third industrial revolution turned us into robots, whereas the fourth industrial revolution should be making us more human. There's a demo of this robot outside here, but basically what's happening here is I'm playing noughts and crosses against the robot. So there's a computer vision system that's now seeing what I'm doing, and I'm playing. I let it beat me, by the way, just for presentation purposes. But the idea here is that we've now integrated a series of technologies together, and now I'm able to play a game against the robot. So it's not like noughts and crosses on your laptop, because there's a physical element to this as well, which is obviously the robot embarrassing me over here. So the concept of this is basically we've got a robot, we've got the vision system. So the vision system is actually seeing where I'm putting my X. And then there's the game brain, which is what I'm calling it, is basically a model that's now playing the noughts and crosses against me. And then finally, there's the human. So these are the four elements inside that system that are pieced together to actually, in this case, play a fun game against a human. And I don't want to overuse this word, but there's a new buzzword called Agentic AI, right? Which is this idea of autonomous decision making. And if you think about it, the game brain is making decisions autonomously to fight me, to beat me, right? So that, in the broad sense, is actually an agentic AI. So there's three parts that are interacting with the human, but there is one part that's independent of the human. So if you imagine that scenario and aggregate that out into a much broader scenario where you have a full-on production line, we have many little AIs, as I'm calling them. So computer vision might be one. We might have a predictive shim selection. We might have quality inspection. We might have an optimizing of a process AI. So many little AIs strung together to solve little problems on a big production line together. And then we have the main brain. I'm just calling it supply chain optimization agent, because I think at the end of the day, what we're trying to solve for in a production line is either more output, more quality, or optimize for the number of people, optimize for cost. So there's maybe many reasons or many objectives that we want to try and achieve within a factory. And imagine that as the game brain. So this is the noughts and crosses, or the chess, or the AlphaGo that is playing the game of how to control the production line. And I've deliberately put the human in gray, because then we play a much less role in actually running a production line. Because today, we have quite some decent progress in the little AIs, little solutions. We don't have a game master that is controlling the production line and solving for a particular problem that we might want. And if we get there, and I think it's definitely on its way there, the human just plays a much lesser role in the whole story. So this is this idea of multi-systems that are running with no human prompt. And the example outside there, although I'm playing against the robot, I'm not prompting it with what to do. It's actually deciding on its own what to do. And you'll see this example outside. It's a fun game, but if you think about aggregating that out into the future, there's some interesting opportunities or risks, depending on how you want to look at it, with this idea of non-human actions that are going to happen on production lines and anything we do.